disappointing result. You know, Oakland, obviously, you got to give them credit. They are a terrific team. Really, really talented. They're defending at a high level. They're scoring the ball at a high level. And they put a ton of pressure on us today. And, you know, I thought, you know, for the first 15 minutes of the first half, you know, we kind of hung around and were able to, you know, counterpunch a little bit. But they stretched it out there right before the half, making it a 9-point game. And we didn't respond very well. And a little disappointing because playing a team like Oakland, I thought was a great opportunity to perform better and you know, play together better, and we didn't take advantage of that, and that's disappointing. So credit them for the season they're having and the way that they're playing, and again, a little disappointed in how we performed tonight and just followed our formula and stayed together.
How much momentum did it take away when one of their guards just kind of jumped into 2 or 3 of you guys, got that 3-point trip to the free throw line, man?
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously one play, and they kind of gave us one back on the other end with Kayvon. But that's like a bizarre, and that to me, that I don't think should happen. That's one of the things that they're trying to take away, where the offense is just getting bailed out for, you know, diving into the defense. And then oftentimes, sometimes when our guys go to the rim, that's the reply we get from the officials, that he's creating all the contact. I don't know why that doesn't seem to carry the same weight out on the perimeter, but you know, that was, you know, even to get to that point, you know, we were still in the game, but we weren't. Everything was just a struggle, you know, offensively, defensively. You know, you could just feel it on the bench and within the team that there was like a, you know, everything that didn't need to be difficult was difficult, and there's enough difficulties already when you're playing a really talented team that's 8-1 and scores 84 points a game, and you know, has 4 or 5 guys on the court that can go get double figures or get 20 at any time. There's enough difficulties there. You don't need to create any more difficulties for yourself by maybe not trying to follow your formula to the best of your ability and not staying together. And that's what I think happened. You know, Oakland, they constantly apply pressure, and eventually we broke.
You guys.
What do you feel was one positive takeaway on Robert Morris's end?
You know, I thought, you know, we had a couple pretty good individual performances. I thought Roberto Montivani had probably his best all-around game. I thought he was active. I thought, you know, Matty getting off to a good start by getting to the basket and diversifying his offense some, I thought was positive. You know, those things are you know, important to us as we continue to you know, go through the course of the season. I liked, you know, Braden Burke getting 7 rebounds. You know, there's some individual positives on the stat sheet. You know, unfortunately, like I said, I felt this was a really good opportunity for us to go up against a really good team and see how much we've grown. You know, see how vested we are in each other and within the formula that we're trying to execute on the court. And unfortunately, we didn't have enough guys that were able to be together for a long enough period of time to really, you know, see how that was working.
It seemed like whenever you guys would do something really good, you turn around and give them the ball back or walk or miss something. How frustrating was that for the guys? Man, I know Isaiah was visibly frustrated for most of the game after everything that was going on.
You know, it's like I said, it's hard enough to begin with, and then when you aren't as mentally engaged as you need to be, it makes it that much more difficult. And I think that's the biggest issue, right? You just, how mentally engaged are you in the game? You know, watching warm-ups before the game, everybody was incredibly quiet. That's how you are when you're uncomfortable, right? And I know your opponent's a very good opponent, but if you are pouring yourself into the team, if you are believing and buying into the formula that we have as a group, that's where you find comfort. That's where you find some solace, right? And when you're going out there maybe as an individual and things don't go great for you, that's where you have to come back to the team, come back to the formula. What else can I bring to the table if I'm not making shots? Or if things aren't going smoothly, right? Like, can we stick together and talk about, hey, let's just keep grinding this, man. Let's keep grinding this out. Let's figure out how to win the game. Right? In timeouts on Tuesday against Duquesne, it was, hey, let's get to that next play. We just need to stop here, guys. Yo, we just got to execute. Blah, 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 blah. Positive talk, good talk. Today it was no talk. one guy look this way, one guy looking this way, one guy looking that way, right? And as a coach, you're trying to do whatever you can to get everybody back on the same page. And that's what good teams do. They try and drive a wedge into you and create pressure. And so you have to either, like I said, pour yourself into the team, because or what guys do is they withdraw, and that's what guys did today. They withdrew, right? They went back to maybe, I'm not sure what decision to make here because I'm a little bit stressed, I'm a little bit under pressure, this is happening quicker than I want, I'm a little bit uncomfortable because the guy I'm guarding is really talented. So instead of maybe following our formula and believing in what we're doing, I'm just going to do whatever I think is best right now. And that we had a lot of those plays on both sides of the floor. And you can't beat a good team if that's the way you play. It's impossible.